Little Dina knew not to wash her face. In the river across their huts, Mommy had warned her, and Daddy had told her the tales of those who did, and the terrible consequences that followed. But little Dina loved the river more than the tiny wooden trail her father built for her. She loved how the birds flew low above the surface, yet never perched there. She wanted to perch. She wanted to swim. She wanted to fetch the river herself. Her parents, seeing how eager she was to explore the river, never left her alone. And whenever they couldn't take her along, they would lock her inside. This longing had eaten little Dina up for 14 years. Tomorrow, she would turn 18. Her only wish was to face the beautiful river, not knowing that beneath it, beauty lay a mirage waiting to emerge. As if Dina had bribed the gods, her parents left that morning and forgot to lock her in. Peeping through the keyhole, she watched as they walked away from the compound. She smiled, heart raising with joy. She wore her most beautiful dress, brushed her hair, and stepped into the sunlight, beaming, glowing, free. When she reached the river, her reflection shimmered on the surface, gorgeous, glowing beneath the sun. She touched it. She laughed. She played with it. Carried away by the moment, she stepped deeper and deeper until the cool water touched her chest. Then, as if her spirit took control, she dove down into the silent heart of the water. She swam for a while, then lifted her head above the water. A scream escaped her lips, piercing the air, dancing around the village. Before her, staring up from the water, was a monstrous image. And every step she took toward the shore only drew her deeper into the water. Little Dina wailed, but her tears burned her face. The pain outweighed the sorrow that tore through her heart. So she held her tears within her hiding. Regret became her only companion, and her parents' warning echoed faintly through the river. When her parents returned and met an open door, their hearts sank. They knew the fate that had befallen their beautiful daughter. She was no longer theirs, and definitely she was no longer beautiful. She has become the daughter of the water spirit, and she would disappear from the river after the full moon. And the full moon was that very night. Little Dina tried to move toward the riverbank. Her parents stood there crying, calling her name, but every step she took felt heavier, as though the river pulled her further away from them. And it did. She wanted to say, I am sorry. She wanted to turn back time. But she remembered her father's tales that none who turned in the river ever made it out again. The water rippled, the moon rose, and the river kept its daughter. They say, on nights when the moon is full, you can still hear the laughter of little Dina and her cries beneath the river's mirage.